I'm very excited for this because think about it this way: this could eliminate October Clayton Kershaw.
Welcome to the one and only Fried Chicken Dingers podcast. We're your hosts, Shabab Amman.
A group of former Little League teammates based in Amman, Jordan.
With a taste for fried chicken.
Join us as we discuss the latest news,
rumors,
theories,
and opinions in the world of baseball.
Join us monthly for...
Wait, guys. Do you seriously think we're going to be able to do that?
Barry!
Okay, sorry.
Join us monthly for all things baseball from fans of the Yankees,
Reds,
Twins,
White Sox,
Tigers,
Dodgers,
and the A's right here on Fried Chicken Dingers.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fried Chicken Dingers podcast, episode 4.
Yeah, coronavirus
Welcome
edition.
back, boys. We're down 2 members, unfortunately, because they don't know how to plan.
And they have the coronavirus.
That too.
No, they don't.
They
No,
don't
they
have the
don't.
coronavirus.
Jacob got arrested for breaking curfew.
Well,
so
we
don't
are not
technically
insensitive
know that
people.
Jacob
My
didn't get
roommate's
arrested.
running coach has coronavirus.
Actually?
Wow.
It's not a joke.
Oh.
That's...
Well, we hope he gets better, Josh.
Same.
Yeah.
Alright, but you're not gonna go personal, are you? That's Jacob's job.
That's Jacob's job to go intimate.
Yeah, so this week, or this month rather, we're all just we're all at our own homes because, we're staying apart. Everybody stay safe. Don't spread this thing as much as possible. We want to try to prevent this as much as we can.
Yeah, so please excuse any weird audio things because we're all doing this online. And stay at home and stay safe.
Yep.
We know that coronavirus is a big thing affecting everyone, but because this is a baseball podcast, it's only going to be about how it affects baseball and sports.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you know that we know.
We may or may not release more episodes with further coronavirus stuff.
Yes.
Maybe.
Pending.
No spoilers, but we want to keep you guys entertained
No
at home.
promises.
Yup.
Indeed.
Our
Yup.
20 followers.
Yeah.
Hey,
We
We
love
love
you
you
so much.
guys.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we got 30 followers,
Indeed.
right?
Yeah.
We got that
Speaking, yes,
shout out.
that is right,
followers?
actually.
Oh.
So I'm going to start this off with a special shout out to our 30th Instagram followers in honor of the 30 MLB teams. Shout out to Samuel Moda. I think
Yeah.
his our 30th
he
follower.
was originally a member of Shabab Amman, wasn't he?
He was actually on our
He
team.
was.
On our
He
Little League
was.
team.
He was.
So shout out to him, Sam. Thanks for following us and listening. His prize was obviously this shout out, and he gets to be a part of our ESPN Fantasy League this season.
Yup.
So he's there, and he's
Big
settled in.
honor, even though that might actually.
Yeah, who knows
not
if
He
it'll
happen.
will.
actually-
He will.
We'll
Let's stay
There
optimistic
is
here.
actually news on that just recently posted by Jeff Passion about the agreement for the 2020 MLB season. So the requirements are there are no bans on mass gatherings that limit the ability to play in front of fans. There are no travel restrictions,
Makes sense.
and
Mhm.
medical experts determine games will not pose a risk to health of teams and fans.
Okay.
And so, the one thing that, like the caveat, is on the mass gathering bans is if they allow the league to play in neutral sites instead of home ballparks. So, which would also mean empty stadiums and stuff like that.
Yeah. That would suck,
Yeah.
but at least we'd have.
Wait,
baseball.
what?
That's true.
Why would a neutral stadium affect that?
Well, I think just
Well,
No.
no
because
fans,
there's no fans,
and like it would
so
be
they're not in danger.
I know.
the site would be
getting
specifically
infected.
just for baseball. It would
Oh,
be controlled.
Okay.
And like no fans obviously, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like no
Yeah.
wind
Yeah.
blowing at all.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
wait,
where
no,
Wait, but wouldn't
no.
you want wind blowing out to like the outfield?
Yeah, probably.
Some fans blowing
That's
in
true,
from home
that's
plate.
true. Yeah.
Wait, no. Is this the breaking news that you wanted to share?
yes, it was.
All right.
Okay, perfect. So we will eagerly anticipate the day when there are no mass
Bands.
Groups.
No.
But like,
Well, there are
We don't
mass
want
groups,
any mass
actually.
group
Exactly.
gathering bands.
And
exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, how about that news? I think it was by the same
All
guy,
right.
right, Jeff? That
Jeff
you,
Passan?
yeah, that you shared with us earlier. So the season is aiming to start early June, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
yes.
And they're playing double headers.
Yeah,
is
that's-
that what the Players Association decided?
That's what they decided.
What do you guys think of that?
I think
I think that's
don't
gonna
know
be
how on earth.
exhausting,
Like how many
but-
doubleheaders do we know? Like how
No.
often doubleheaders?
They said they would do 2 double headers every week maximum.
that's
Yeah,
that's
which is
oh my.
which is a ton.
How are pitching
still.
staffs going to survive that?
Yeah, that's gonna be
I
rough.
know.
Because I mean,
That'll
You
be
just hope
interesting.
there aren't many,
but
deep games. But
Yeah.
there's nothing you can do about
this will
that.
just be an interesting season.
think of how much less time. I mean, what does that cut? Almost like a day off of a starter's recovery time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
it maybe
lot.
even 2, if with the 2 doubleheaders.
That's so much. Dang.
But
Yeah.
this is something that
Yeah.
It'll be
But-
a real challenge to see
like-
how teams kind of rise
Sure.
up.
Yeah, but this decision was decided on by all the
Yeah.
teams unanimously.
It
Yeah,
was
by the
voted
players
on
as
by
well,
the
so-
players.
Yeah,
Yeah. Everybody wants to play.
I am in favor.
All
of
the
it.
fans want to watch as much baseball as possible. All the players want to play as much
And-
baseball as
yeah.
they can. So
With more
Yeah.
double headers, that means more day games for us. So
that's true.
True.
yeah,
For
that
you
means we
guys,
can
that
actually
really
watch the
matters.
games.
That's true. In case you were wondering, Josh is the only one in America, so he gets the proper
Exactly.
time of day to watch games.
Yep.
The rest of us have to stay up.
Indeed. Except for all spring training Tigers games have been during my calculus 3 classes. And so I've just been watching the updates while learning calc.
That's funny.
Nice.
But
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I'm very ready to get into this season.
And
Yeah.
wait, they would push the postseason off until November, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they'd have to.
Interesting.
See, I'm very excited for this because think about it this way: this could eliminate October Clayton Kershaw.
I mean, maybe that'll just make.
See, what happens? What happens if it's just seasonal? If he just sucks in October and all of a sudden he's a new beast in November?
See, that depends on whether he's postseason sucky Kershaw or
No,
October
I believe
sucky
this
Kershaw.
is our year.
So, but then regular
Some
season
year,
games
yeah, that's-
are
that's
still
what you
being
said.
played.
November
Past,
Kershaw
let's see,
is going
3
to
years.
show up and absolutely
There's
rake.
still going to be regular season games in October, though, so he'll probably not.
Yeah, I
come
know.
through
So
for
he'll
that.
suck during that time. Yeah, no, he'll suck for that time.
They'll just
There
bench
you
him
go.
for
There you
Yeah.
go.
Mookie Betts will carry us through that time.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that
I
but
can
that
see
would be
that.
very that would be really interesting. I like the idea of in November when the weather gets colder and things start to suck that there's still baseball going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll feel really
That
weird.
cuts a month off.
It'll
of the time we have to wait.
also make it so that the off season will be
Yeah.
shorter,
Exactly.
which will be
Yeah.
nice.
So cut a whole month out of the time we have to wait for baseball to be back.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really
What do you guys
cool.
think about like the All-Star break and all that, the home run derby?
Yeah, that's
You think
a
that's
good
still gonna
question.
I mean, no.
That's gonna
They- I
suck
mean, they can.
because I'm going to miss it.
Well, but if the
Well,
I don't
season
know if
being
you
they'll
might
do
not
it,
miss it
actually.
actually. How can they do it?
yeah,
Because, I mean, at best, what they've played a month of baseball or something. Or when if it starts in early June, and when is the All Star break again? It's late July.
Mid-July.
Okay, so like a month and a half or something, or a month.
Yeah,
I don't think you can have an All Star game and a home run derby based on a month of
no,
baseball.
you really can't.
I mean, unless you pushed it back towards the new half of the season, but it still wouldn't quite feel the same because you wouldn't have all the
Exactly.
grinding hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I am really glad though that this whole thing happened before the season started, because imagine
Yeah.
it happening like a month into the season.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
It messed so many things up.
That'd be like the biggest tease where they're like, "We're starting baseball," and we're all like, "Yeah!" And then, yeah, no, it's over.
Like halfway through opening day.
Man,
Oh, that would
Yeah, that
suck.
would suck.
that would be very sad.
And what do you guys think about how MLB is kind of dealing with it?
I mean, I think it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Like all the sports leagues
Yeah.
shut down,
Yeah.
so it's not like they're dealing with it differently than other sports leagues,
Right.
really.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I would agree.
I mean, we could expand it.
I'm in favor.
Like, for example, I really liked what they did yesterday for opening day at home. And they just
Yeah.
released all those games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. I was actually gonna ask
Oh,
if
yeah.
you guys watched that.
Did anyone
Dude,
watch
Mark
it?
Yeah, I
Burley's
did.
perfect
I watched
game.
some, but the Dodger game didn't start.
Yeah.
until-
Mark Burley's perfect game never gets old, man.
We saw Justin Verlander's 2007
Yeah,
no hitter,
Mm.
or
yeah.
Classic.
no hitter.
Yeah, the Twins had game 163 in not 1990, 2009 between the Tigers and Twins.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
we all know who won that one.
Tiebreaker.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, the A's had their record, what was
It was
it,
the
20th
Tigers.
win.
Yeah.
The one that Moneyball is
Ah.
based on, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
It was a
fun.
fun time. Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you haven't seen that and you're listening, go watch it. Fantastic.
Indeed.
movie.
I agree.
I haven't watched it.
No,
I have not watched that
I have
either.
not
Oh.
watched it. Although
Okay, if you're listening or talking to the
I
podcast,
do
That's on my
actually
bucket
know
list.
if you
the
haven't seen it, and if you
I
have
do
seen
know
it,
the
go watch
person that made the stat system that the movie's based off of, so I think that kind of equals it out.
Wow.
No,
no.
it doesn't.
it. It doesn't have the Hollywood themes
Okay.
added to it.
Doesn't
Well,
have
I
Brad
tried.
Pitt.
Stop flexing, Noah.
Yeah, that too. And what's his face? The statistician dude. Like,
Oh,
Noah
the fat guy.
something. Yeah, that
Are you
kid.
talking about his actor name or the actual guy? Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
his actor name.
Um,
Oh,
Anyway, go look
Yeah,
it up.
that's about it.
Moneyball with Brad Pitt.
With Brad Pitt.
this will be today's Wi-Fi
Yeah.
research,
Google thing.
internet research.
wait, Jonah Hill.
Google things.
Oh,
Jonah Hill.
yeah,
That's what his
Jonah
name
Hill.
is.
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know. Go watch the movie.
watch Moneyball
We all
if
know
you've
you
not
have the
seen it.
time on your hands. You might as well.
We all know you have nothing better
So
to do.
what the White Sox are doing now is they're streaming every single win from the 2005 season for them, including the playoffs and stuff. So I think that's going to be really cool.
So you're gonna be out of games pretty
There are
soon.
plenty of
I'm
them.
kidding. I'm
In
kidding.
case you
I
forgot,
know they
Mr.
used to be
Barry,
good. They used to be
freaking
good.
won
They
the
used
World
to be
Series
good.
that year.
I know.
Yeah. That was a good year for them. The Tigers are streaming every win from 2019, so I'll probably watch them today and then find something else to do tomorrow once they're over.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, for me that was kind of a slap to the face. I was like, why can't you show 2012 when Cabrera won the Triple
Yeah.
Crown? Why does it have to be 2019 when they won 47
It's so
games?
stupid.
You know,
No.
speaking
I was
of
like,
a slap.
why? I don't
Speaking of
wanna
a
watch
slap to
those.
the face, I think yesterday Noah sent us the World Series odds currently for every team.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The White Sox are actually
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
far up there, but Josh, I'm sorry. If I bet $1 on the Tigers getting to the World Series, I'd get 1,000 back if they made it.
Man,
That means I have to bet $1 million so I can get
Hey, that's what the Astros guy did,
A lot
my
more
word,
back.
Barry.
Oh yeah.
true,
That's true.
or that they won it.
but he lost it.
He lost it all. Praise the Lord.
Yeah. And then he so he bet at the
Yeah.
beginning like 3 million, right? Or something like that. And then halfway through, once the Nats were up 2-0, he like doubled it.
I think so.
And then the Astros went and won 3 games, and everyone was like, "Oh!"
That's
And then
funny.
nope, poor guy.
Well, it wasn't actually a poor guy. Like, basically, what he did was he had a deal. He owns a mattress company, whatever. So he made a deal with all the people in Houston that if they came and bought mattresses, he would like bet some of it. So if the Astros would have won the World Series, all of their mattresses would have been free or
Oh.
something.
Nice.
Hmm.
Dang.
Oh, so it wasn't actually his personal.
No.
Uh,
I'm sure some of
sounds
it was,
illegal.
but he didn't like just
Right.
lose.
That sounds
Well, no, of course
very
not. Of
illegal.
course.
Okay,
not.
okay. Interesting tidbits.
Yes.
you can
Probably stuff you would not know if you didn't
you could
listen to
also
the
go and look
podcast.
that
Yeah.
up if you wanted to.
Stick with us.
So
not?
No, you can't do that.
Should we
You have to listen.
You have to take our word for it.
This is the only source of news.
should we
Anyway,
discuss
hey,
the power ranking?
So should we discuss
The
the
rankings,
the power
So
rankings?
the White Sox were actually, based on the 7 of the teams that are represented in this podcast,
Yep.
the White Sox were the first ones underneath the Yankees and the Dodgers,
Well, actually,
which I find
so
Very
for
good.
No.
power rankings wise, the Fried Chicken Dingers power rankings, we got the Tigers at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we got the White Sox. Then the Reds at 5th, Athletics at 4, Twins at 3rd, and then first and second. Second is Yankees, and the Dodgers are number 1. Now, if you translate that to MLB power rankings, the Tigers are 29th. The White Sox are
Yeah, dude, I count that as a win.
right above
Hold on,
the
hold on.
Orioles
Who's-
For
there.
me,
who's
we're not
30th?
30th.
Orioles.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what are the Marlins
That's what I'm
at?
I'm
talking
not
about.
looking at that list currently, so I don't know. The White Sox
Yeah,
come in
that's
at 18th overall in the MLB. Reds come in at 13th. The A's come in at 8th. The Twins come in at 5th. The Yankees and Dodgers are in the same rankings as the Fried Chicken rankings.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But then if you compare that to the World Series odds, it's completely different. Except for, like, the Tigers and the
Right.
Yankees and the Dodgers. Yeah,
No, the
I mean,
Tigers are
1,000 to 1
guaranteed.
odds is really good. Then coming in
Yeah.
after the Tigers, we got the Reds and the A's tied at 20 to 1. Then we got the Twins after that at 16 to 1. Then the White Sox at 15 to 1. And then the Yankees and Dodgers tied at 3 to 1.
Wait. The White Sox have a better World Series probability than the Twins.
Yeah,
Why is that?
Interesting.
Maybe they
know.
think that the White Sox pitching
Yeah.
staff is better,
I mean,
which it
we
could
added
be.
Keuchel and Gio Gonzalez.
They have Keuchel. They have.
And then we also added Cishek
right.
in the bullpen. So
It's
I think
true.
we have a decent shot. We got Michael Kopech coming back from Tommy John. We got Carlos Rodon coming back from Tommy John. So they'll have a bit of recovery, but they should be good again. Should be. And then we got Giolito coming off of his elite year. And then we got some pretty... We're expecting improvement from Dylan Cease. That's not necessarily a given. But I think...
Yeah, what did he have, like a 5.6 ERA last season?
Well, let's just... He can improve.
If we didn't expect improvement from that, then
Yeah, I mean, Giolito,
that
he
would be
had
rough.
6 ERA.
Yeah.
And then he brought that down to like 3 and had one of the best seasons in his career. The best season in his career. So, improvement is possible.
Mhm.
yeah,
That's true.
Unless that was just a. Let's just hope that. Well, Noah can hope that just wasn't a fluke
Yeah,
year.
that's true. I wouldn't go as
Others of us
I
don't
wouldn't
really
go as
care.
far as putting the White Sox as higher chance than the Twins, but we could be up there.
But who knows?
yeah, I would agree.
But
with that.
earlier,
I don't
Barry.
know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of.
Sorry, go ahead, David.
I was kind of surprised this year in the offseason that the Twins went after Donaldson rather than a guy like Keuchel or, just a pretty good starter. Because it's clear to me that we do need a few more guys. I mean, we got Homer Bailey and Rich Hill. But I mean,
The
I don't want to
Twins'
put the
offense is
Twins on the
crazy.
back of Rich Hill and Homer Bailey. So, as much as their careers have been really good, I don't have the confidence yet. So we'll have to see what they can do at Target Field. But
No, Homer
Yeah,
Bailey.
It's their
Dude, he's-
it's their starting rotation that's going to be the factor this year.
No, dude. Homer Bailey has got this.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Dude,
I
Homer
mean-
Bailey carries teams.
he used to be pretty good.
The fact that a pitcher has the word Homer in his name is not good.
Yeah.
Josh is.
If he
Josh is
was
not wrong.
like a third baseman with the word Homer, then I would have complete faith. But
He's not.
yeah, that does not fill me
Okay,
with
but
confidence.
What are his
I
stats?
would like to note, and it's a shame Jacob's not here, but the Reds, I think the Reds have a really good starting rotation.
Yeah. And then
The Reds do.
Like I
They
remember
do.
looking at them late last season during, I was kind of looking for starters to amp up my my fantasy team, and the Reds were just killing it. Like you got guys who rack up the strikeouts, you got guys who are just really consistent with, like not allowing runs, not allowing base runners, not allowing walks. And I think like they're not necessarily
They're very like
yeah, exactly. They're
underdog
not
team.
necessarily big names, but I think like the 5 or the 4 of them, like they make a pretty
So
solid
if we're
rotation,
looking,
which is why I think the Reds have suddenly
Mhm.
shot up to, decently
looking
high
at the
in
depth
rankings.
chart here for the Reds rotation, you got
Mhm.
Luis Castillo,
Yeah.
Sonny Gray, Trevor Bauer, Anthony DeSclafani, Wade Miley. Yeah, they got Sonny Gray.
I didn't
watched
realize
him
they got
start,
Sonny Gray. I'd
actually,
forgotten about
last
that.
season. He was
And-
really good. So, yeah.
Sonny Gray was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Castillo was
Castillo.
really good.
Castillo.
But then you
Castillo's
got a
their
really
ace.
interesting guy in the bullpen. You got Michael Lorenzen, which he's basically a two-way player,
Hmm.
but he's so
He
that's
is.
very interesting to
Hmm.
follow as well.
Pitcher outfielder.
But I think the Reds' downfall last year was their bullpen.
Yeah,
They lost so
Yeah,
many games
that's
late
really
last
true.
season. So if they buckle down on that, I could see them doing
Yeah.
really well in their division.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonny Gray, he kind of struggled a bit with the Yankees, but he really pulled
yeah,
it back together last
definitely.
year.
Yeah, he did.
Speaking of the Yankees, I'm expecting half of their starting rotation to fall off the face of the earth after about 2
Oh,
weeks
man.
of playing,
Dude,
As per
especially with
usual.
double headers, man.
because they're already missing a couple people like
Luis Severino.
what's his face? Yeah, Severino. Yeah, right, exactly. Is Betances healthy?
He's on the Mets now.
Didn't I hear something about him? Oh,
What about
right.
Paxton?
Never mind.
What about Paxton?
Well, I mean,
Is
I knew that. I
Paxton
was just-
healthy or did he get hurt?
It,
I don't remember.
He got
according
hurt.
to the
He had back
injury
surgery.
report,
Yeah, he got hurt.
Paxton is not.
He's recovering.
Oh yeah, no, he's his due back is possibly June. Latest update is he went to surgery February 5th.
Perfect.
Well, I saw the other day there was some update or something. He's
Yeah.
on some throwing program, so he is throwing, but he's not like near fully recovered.
Stanton is
So it'll still be
recovering.
a little while before
Severino
he's back.
and Hicks both did Tommy John, and Aaron Judge might need surgery.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's.
Hey, speaking of surgery, Syndergaard is
Yeah,
out for a
Maybe
long
for Yankees
time.
fans.
No, I don't even. I like Aaron Judge. I don't want him to be out for
That's true.
like the rest of the
If Aaron
Yankees.
Judge was on a different
Yeah.
team, I
Yeah.
would respect
And
him.
then
The
going
thing
back
though-
to
the thing though-
going back to the Yankees rotation, Domingo Herman, who had a very good season,
Yeah.
is suspended for 63 games.
why was he suspended?
Yeah.
Nuts.
So
Which could very well be
let's see, let's see.
3/4 of the season.
Oh,
Domestic violence.
Oh.
Hmm.
there goes my
Yep.
respect for that
That'll do
dude.
Josh, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't hold Yankees draft picks. Like if they got drafted by the Yankees, you can't hold it against them. In my opinion, it's the people who sign with the
Even
Yankees.
if they got traded to them, I don't care. Sorry, Barry. This can't fly with me. My moral code does not accept
Okay.
it.
That's fair.
Man.
Yeah.
If they have the NY on their hat, they're an
Ouch.
enemy.
You know who I don't respect?
Yeah, well, who
Houston
does?
Asterisks.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get along that
If you
train.
haven't listened to our last
Honestly, this
episode,
is-
please do so. You can get the full
Yes.
rundown on
Yeah.
the Houston Asterisks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And on how much
Yeah.
we hate them.
Yes. Honestly,
Which we expressed before they were brought out to be cheating, and now
Dang it! There's only one
Yeah,
asterisk
pretty
that's
much.
injured. It's Verlander. He
Wait,
had
no.
right groin
Yeah.
surgery. Does not sound
Mm.
fun.
oh yeah, that's right.
oh,
Nice.
that doesn't
Which
sound
really
fun.
sucks for me because he was like my
Yo,
either my number 1 or number 2.
He was your
draft in
very first
fantasy.
pick, Josh.
Yeah, that's yeah.
How long is he out for?
It's really unfortunate.
he's
When's his due back date?
He's out for
about 6 weeks. It says.
hopefully like mid-season.
Mid season, like usual season, or mid projected season?
Like yeah, like mid-season usual
so
season.
like the beginning of the
Mm.
season, hopefully.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
good.
Uh-huh.
that'd be really great.
But
for
like I
me.
said earlier,
I'm still
like I said
I'm still
earlier,
holding out.
Syndergaard is also out
I
for a
know,
whole
I'm
year.
so
at least.
sad about that.
Yeah. And Chris Sale.
Yeah, And
That's
Chris
that's
Sale, yeah.
intense.
two complete beasts out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for the
Yeah.
Mets. I mean, the Mets were
And Chris Sale.
the Mets were like expected to go pretty high this season. Now, obviously, the whole Corona thing happened and all that,
Right.
but like without their ace, well, they have DeGrom
DeGrom's
actually,
their ace.
but without a second one,
DeGrom is okay. He's only
Yeah.
won, like 4
Decent,
cycles.
but-
He's
decent.
met. He's met. The other thing is Chris
Yeah.
Sale is, an older guy. So if this takes him 2
Right.
years or a year even, to come back from that, that's going to be serious
Yeah.
for him.
Not to mention he had a bad season last year.
He did not have a very good season, which was very unusual for him.
The worst
Usually
thing
racks up
is that
like
he was an
17
undroppable
strikeouts
on
a game.
ESPN, and I drafted him like 5th overall or something like that. Got me like negative 30 points at the beginning of the season.
Didn't you keep trying
See-
to trade
Oh yeah,
him
I
to
did
me?
multiple times.
And I
Yeah, he did.
I almost went for it at the beginning of the season, but then I think you cut the deal.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
was he involved in the Betts trade?
Noah just couldn't do
Oh,
him like
the
that.
Betts trade.
He might have been involved in the Mookie Betts trade.
I think he was involved in the Betts trade. That basically what happened. Noah, would you like to explain the Betts
We
trade, or shall
don't
I?
need to go down that road. This is not a fantasy podcast.
No, I think we do. That
Yo,
would be
this ain't a
great
fantasy
hole to go
podcast.
down.
I agree. Well, it has to be
We don't have
because
any
there's
baseball
no
to
baseball.
talk about currently.
Okay, so basically,
No
what
problem.
happened was I'm just like, I'm a natural born
Why are
businessman.
you
So when
mad
I
about this?
see that there's, shut up, Noah. When I see that there is a player, like an actual player in the fantasy league, he had one of the teams that didn't really actually check his team. I proposed a trade to him because Noah said that he was going to accept any decent trades for that team, where I basically lowballed him for Mookie Betts. And somehow this trade got accepted and it didn't get vetoed, which I'm still wondering how that happened.
wait,
So-
wait, hold on. Is this the year that Mookie Betts won a World Series?
No.
No, this isn't.
No.
Yeah.
This was last year.
Oh,
okay.
it wasn't?
Yeah, so then basically Noah, just like in the Noah's the league commissioner, so he just like edited the settings and undid the trade, and I just woke up to the trade being undone. It was so sad. I was.
Noah just controls.
I literally
the league.
traded. I had like 4 or 5 first basemen or something like that. I traded my lowest 2 first basemen and some other random outfielder who like sucked for Mookie Betts and like Chris Sale or something. I forget exactly how it worked. Anyway, it was an amazing trade.
you.
And yeah, exactly.
Yeah, amazing for you.
That's why I was so sad.
You poor thing. You cheated an unsuspecting man.
So Noah just undoes it.
And then there was the Machado trade
that
the
was
year before, which I
awful.
don't think you guys have even forgiven
No.
me for that.
No, definitely not.
Basically, I traded. There was a kid playing that year whose favorite player was Chris Bryant. So I traded him Chris Bryant for Manny Machado.
Oh man.
And I basically did it in the middle of the night or something. Or when everybody else was busy so that they wouldn't see it and they couldn't veto
Yes.
it.
And we were not very happy.
No,
Wow.
they were not
Yeah.
very happy at all.
Yeah,
And I ended up winning it all that year. So,
yeah. These days, Chris Davis and Machado, I'd say, are pretty similar level as far as play.
Yeah, well, especially because Machado went down to the Padres and basically threw away
oh,
his
that
career.
actually reminds me. That's another person I really feel bad for is, Chris Davis, Baltimore
Yeah.
Chris Davis, not A's Chris Davis. Because he was actually having a really, really good spring training. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
saw
he
that.
was.
But
Yeah,
He was like-
actually. He was.
he was bad.
He looked back because he used to be incredible. He won the home run derby back in one of the past years.
That's specific.
And then he
um,
got the baseball
I know,
version
yeah.
of cancer.
You can look it up. It's true. But
He got swing
yeah,
cancer.
he used to be.
What?
He got
what?
swing cancer.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you said he has
Same.
lung
No,
cancer.
he doesn't have
and
lung
I was
cancer.
Like, oh, I did not hear this. Yeah, but he used to be incredible, and last year he had a
Yeah.
horrendous season.
Well, the year before too, kind
but
of.
I'm wondering if he can pull it back together.
Yeah, he might be able to. Hopefully, if the season comes back on at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, this like giant break has completely killed all his momentum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like we said
What
in
momentum?
episode 2, momentum is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
We did. We said that.
probably.
You can quote us.
It
Because
is
it's
true.
true.
We are 100%
hmm
factually correct all the time.
Scientifically based. Yes. We are an accredited news source. So you can
Didn't
cite
we
us
We're
literally
up
all
there
say
over
with
that we
CNN
weren't?
and
news.
We literally said that we
Right.
weren't in our first
Pretty
episode.
much, except for we're very unbiased. So
Yeah.
that's what makes us better. None of us has any personal opinions.
Never.
We never share them if we
But
do.
we hate the Astros.
Nope.
Well, right. That's
Right,
but
right.
that's
And
No,
Angel
speaking, hey,
Hernandez.
Yeah.
speaking of the what?
And Angel Hernandez. We hate him too.
Yeah, true.
We do.
And Joe Buck.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's also
Hey,
objective.
speaking of the Astros cheating, I read an article that says the Red Sox are supposed to get their punishment soon.
Okay.
Didn't we
But
read that
there's
article
no-
in
there's
December?
literally.
That'll be tasty.
Sorry?
You know what's
Didn't we
gonna
have the
suck?
same article in December?
No. I
feel
read
like
a
we
different
did.
one, and this one basically said that it doesn't look good for them.
Ah.
Oh,
Interesting.
Oh,
unlike the Astros.
Especially after all the backlash from the Astros punishment.
dude, you know what's gonna suck? Mookie Betts got traded to the Dodgers, and now they're gonna suspend him and all the other Red Sox players.
I don't think they can.
No, I don't think so.
Like, I'm assuming they give the Red Sox players immunity as well.
Did they?
We don't know.
Probably. I
We'll-
mean, for
we'll
every
see. We don't
investigation,
know
I would
yet.
assume that they do that just to get them to talk.
That's so dumb.
I mean, I think it's safe to assume that, but at the same time, after all of the backlash that that MLB got from the Astros punishment, or the Astros timeout, I should say, is they might have changed up their tactics and done something
know.
different. I don't know. We'll have to see.
That would kind of be, yeah, because like the Red Sox deserve punishment, but the Astros deserve so much more
Yeah.
punishment. In
Way
my
more.
yeah.
If the Red Sox get punished more than the Astros,
Then everybody's
That
gonna
would
just be mad because they got punished more than the Astros.
even more backlash.
There's really no way that the MLB can win here.
No, that
Nobody except for Yankees fans really
Yeah.
hate the
You know,
Red Sox.
that's
Yeah.
why he.
no, but Rob,
Well, actually, Rockies fans hate the Red Sox because their only World Series appearance was 2007, where the Red Sox
Oh,
swept
that's
them in
right.
4 games.
But it would make sense if Manfred punished the Red Sox more because he grew up a Yankees fan.
ooh,
Yeah.
it
personal
would also make
bias.
sense because
Dude, we
everyone.
do not need the commissioner of baseball to have a personal bias for the New York Yankees. That's
Exactly.
Why?
Which is why
Yes.
Know should be the commissioner.
I agree.
Noah
personal
would
bias for the
dismantle
White
the
Sox
Cubs as a
will have no
franchise.
effect
The
whatsoever.
Cubs would not exist anymore.
And would any of us have a
No,
problem
it's like-
with that?
I'm going to be an unbiased commissioner after this one decision of dismantling the
Yeah.
Cubs.
Now I will be
Now I will be
unbiased.
unbiased.
No, we won't disband the Cubs. What we'll do is we'll move the franchise to Montreal and call them the Expos. I'll be fine with it then.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
be opposed
same.
to that. Chicago already has one
Exactly.
team
Mm-hmm.
that sucks.
Oof. Not for long though.
Mm-hmm.
On the rise.
That's
We'll
true.
see.
On the rise.
It could be a
No.
force.
They'll be good. They'll be good.
And come on, who doesn't
Maybe not
want
this season.
the Expos back? Besides Nats fans.
I definitely
Besides
want the
Nats
Expos
fans.
back.
Yeah. Even Nats fans though.
That's true.
Like, yeah. Nobody.
Nats fans have a World Series.
Yeah.
They're
They
fine
can,
now.
They can
It's
shut
like,
up.
okay, we have a World Series.
Dude,
we
I'm
can go
so
back to
thankful
Montreal.
for the Washington Nationals.
Yeah.
Man, if the Astros would have won it all, I don't know what I would have done. Yeah,
That was, I mean, we've said it before, but that was a great
Yeah.
that was
series.
such a great series.
That was the best World Series I've ever
Mhm.
seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. I think 2000.
My favorite.
What
I
is-
think
what a
2016
statistical
Cubs
anomaly.
Indians was better, but anyway.
That was
It was,
pretty good
but
too.
what a statistical
I know, right?
anomaly
Indeed.
that
First
I know.
time in any
all
sport.
wins on the road. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely
Insane,
Yeah.
yeah.
insane.
Well, let's hope for a more exciting season this year.
Mhm.
Let's hope for a
Yeah.
season first of
As
all.
well as a episode for next month where we actually have
Hopefully.
stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
This was a little bit of a drag,
Yeah,
on
kind
us,
of.
but thank you for sticking with us
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah, I think we'll just about wrap it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you follow us
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
Twitter, like us on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
Instagram.
We are on MySpace. We created a MySpace page.
We are, yes.
I did
We may
not
have-
know that.
Serious?
Why do we have a MySpace page?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
So many reasons.
We need followers.
Yeah. So yeah, please follow us. We know.
Get us to 200 listens.
Oh yeah, we are 3 listens away from.
How
we are
many
3
listens
listens
away?
away from
3
200
listens?
listens. So
All
please
right.
get us at that.
At
Don't
this
make us do it
At this point,
ourselves.
when we release the episode, we probably have gotten
Because
those
we
3
will.
listens because we're all just about to go rewatch all of our old episodes.
That's true.
Yep.
But help us get to
Yeah, it's
300.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we
Let's
are
do
on
it.
Apple Podcasts now. We've hit all the major streaming sites, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course we're on Anchor and on Gummy.
Yep.
So check us out wherever you
Of
want.
course.
Still working on that
We have
Google
options.
Podcasts, but we're almost there.
Mhm.
Nobody uses Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
I use
I
Google
will use
Podcasts.
Google Podcast.
No, why do you use
Because
Google
I have
Podcasts?
Android, not Apple.
Oh,
But
Oh.
never mind. We're gonna work on
Oh.
Google
Yes, you
Podcasts.
are.
Forget what I said.
Yes, we are.
We do not discriminate.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, thanks for tuning in. So stay at home and stay safe. We will try to release some more content in these quarantine months.
Yep.
Maybe baseball related, may
Yes,
not
we will.
be. Just if you have suggestions, just let us
It
know.
might just be a bunch of guys talking.
Yeah. And yeah, we will see you soon, very soon.
Mhm.
Bye-bye.
Not in person because
Yes.
that would be illegal.
No, that's
Indeed.
illegal. No. Stay
Yes,
quarantined.
Of course,
Nope. Not
obviously.
in person. We will remain anonymous and unknown.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
See ya.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See ya.